Ah, sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Angleton. You know what things are like at the end of the year.
Doesn't matter, sir. I understand.
Your father tells me that you're off to Kenya. Well, now, the main point is, though, that you know exactly what you should look out for over there in Africa with regard to mimosa.
To mimosa, sir?
It's a bush grown in Africa. It yields a tannin substance. We're still in the process of investigation. Oh, James, this button is loose. Have it sewn on right, will you?
Yes, my lord. Is it an extract to be used in the leather industry, sir?
In ours, of course. It's meant to replace tannin, which is drawn from the Quebracho. We still have plenty of these trees in the Argentine. But I reckon that in about 20 or 25 years from now, the supply will be exhausted. And when that time comes, we must have something to replace it with. Do you know anything about Quebracho, Angleton?
Very little, sir. I just have a master's in colonial administration.
It's a most wonderful tree, strong as iron. Takes about 100 years to develop fully. It's a pity, though, they can only be found in the north of the Argentine. Though there is some, not much, in Paraguay.
It's up there where you have your factories set up, isn't it?
You? Your father would say we have our factories. That's the way he'd put it, wouldn't he? You'll see how important it is to have a feeling of belonging to the common body of the empire, especially when you're far away from home. Now, do you see this? This whole area that is now ours, last century belonged to the French and the Germans. Later, the Americans came and settled down over here. They'd been trying to get in for some time, no matter how. And they finally set up their factory and started to export to New York. By then, the tannin market was expanding fast, and the French and Germans need more funds for further development. At the time, as you may well know, we controlled most of the world's financial markets, so they had no option really but to come to us. Instead of giving them the loans that they needed, we agreed to join them, and we finally bought them out and took over their staff and factories. That, my dear chap, is how we started up the company.
That was really looking into the future, sir.
And that's something you should bear in mind for the boot of your career.